one per station. A lot of signature thing. Most of your operations chiefs have already picked them up, but if you haven't, come on over and pick them up on that. And then if you have any questions about how we're gonna apply the tourniquets that Firefighter Contreras is gonna show you, if you want some specific training for your agencies, please let us know. We can make arrangements and come down and work with your training command or anything like that and provide hands-on training for your members, kind of a train-the-trainer type of a program. If you guys want that, I'll be here afterwards and we can reach out or Chief Campos. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, and thanks for the privilege of presenting to you guys. What I wanted to do is, I'm going to try and not show my back to everybody, so I'll try and look at the room. The bag that you guys have, this is a bag provided by TSSI. So this bag, when we originally looked at bags for the region, we tried to set up a training goal and through the LAFCA working group for 10, we came up with a bag. The goal of that bag was to treat 2 critical patients, addressing the 4 preventable causes of death, utilizing the MARCH acronym. That's all the bag had. In the BLS configuration, it came out to 14 pounds. In the ALS, it was 17 pounds. And for our agency, that was a 2-pound reduction in weight on a response capability, okay? With this bag, I encourage you to establish what you want this bag to do. Currently, this bag is set up with 20 tourniquets inside. And if you look at it, it's pretty jam-packed, okay? There's not really much else you can throw in this bag. But the way it was designed, and I worked with the manufacturer to choose a bag that was appropriate and at a cost point that made sense. This bag has the ability to put a mega mover down below. Up top, you can put gloves in here, as well as triage tags in the back potentially. All right, so you guys can set it up any way you want. But in the region, because of mutual aid, the ability, even if you handed me a tactical trash bag, the bag is just a vessel, but in a mutual aid configuration, if you handed me that tactical trash bag, I would know that because of the agreements that we've already made, that I can at least treat 2 critical patients. For this bag, it's a great bag if we just throw it out there. This is in alignment with the guidance of Stop the Bleed that are coming out from the feds. Here in Los Angeles, what we're doing right now in our municipal buildings, we're actually putting these Stop the Bleed packs. City Hall has them, but there aren't a whole lot of instructions that go with it. So we as professionals, our agencies, this is gonna have a problem if you don't do anything with this bag. Your tourniquets are gonna come like this. This is the CAT tourniquet. There are 2 tourniquets that are approved here in the state of California. It's the soft T wide, and I'll show you a limitation with it. So I really encourage you guys, when you hand these out to your members, they're gonna need to take these things out of the bag. Because if you're using this in a mass casualty situation and it's your members that are injured, trying to do this one-handed and take it out of the bag is gonna be very challenging. You can get it done, but it will be very challenging. On the LAFD, we carry both the soft T wide and the CAT tourniquet. The soft T wide and the CAT tourniquet each have their own challenges and require training. So the first and foremost, this is the ones that you guys are going to be issued. Take it out of the packaging, okay? To deploy this one-handed, it's actually very simple. All right, we train to a 20-second standard, and you can see on a no-stress situation how quickly I can actually deploy it. Within a couple twists, if you take out all the slack, it'll start working. My hand will start to blanch. But once it's tight, you probably need to put another half turn. This is not comfortable at all, but this is the way it has to be put on for us to achieve complete arterial blood flow, stopping of the complete arterial blood flow. Right, that's the goal. All right. The A+ would include putting this little piece on. What some people do, and I've seen this happen many times, is they'll set up their tourniquet and they'll leave it like so just because it looks nice and neat. But when you go to deploy this, it actually serves as a hinder for you to be able to put the windlass in this keeper, okay? And because your agency might have the soft T wide, I'm going to show you a challenge that you may not be aware of. This thing will come folded up, and the reason why I mention this is because we have a partnership with our law enforcement community as well. You'll find this very often with law enforcement. LAPD, this is the primary tourniquet that LAPD carries, all right? So if you go to deploy it, say you're doing this one-handed, you manage to get it on your strong hand. So you're using your weak hand to do this. This is going to be a challenge. When the simple solution is, all you got to do is understand your gear, and you'll see how easily I'll get this to work, right? When I train law enforcement officers and other firefighters to use this gear, I'll teach them to use the things around them, but you need to understand what those challenges might be. It might be as easy as utilizing furniture or something they're actually taking cover behind. And then once you go to deploy this one, you're going to have to understand how challenging it will be to put it on a small limb, okay? So this one, the soft T wide, is going to be a challenge if you use it on children. So understanding the gear. But because both of these are approved in the state of California, I thought it was important to actually show you guys, all right? So the important points are, please take it out of the packaging to make it easy to use. And when we stow it, this white tab, or on the new ones, it's a gray tab. What I do with the pliers? The gray tab, just stow it off to the side, and I'll actually show you how to stow this, all right? You'll hold the buckle up in the air, you'll take the running end, go through the outer buckle, put that tab up in the air, marry the end of the running end down at the bottom, and then you'll attach it Velcro to Velcro, and then it'll stay nice and neat. Okay? So, it does require a little bit of training. If we, in a mass casualty situation, if we did throw this out to a group of people, they may or may not have very good success in taking it out of the package, and they certainly are not going to be looking at the instructions as a first go. They do come with a set of instructions. If anybody, or through your training cadre, if they want to reach out to us, I'm happy to go out to the different agencies. I live local, so it's no problem. I've been to some of your agencies already. All right? Thank you for your time. If there's any more questions, I actually brought the training aid out. So this is what the 8+ ouncer would look like. And in a 4-step process, direct pressure, tourniquet. For me, that's a win. You know, as long as they're delivering a live patient to me, that's a win. To ask them to go through the combat gauze and then a pressure dressing, I think it's a bit much. But just like this, if we can get tourniquets on people, we're going to save lives. The reason why this one has 2 tourniquets is because when it's taut, if you don't have complete occlusion of the blood flow, you apply a second tourniquet. All right? So, thank you again for your time.
Nice, thank you.